Hello, all my good friends out there on the internet. Luke Rethke here, and Obamacare apparently passed last week. Uh, I kind of got sick to my stomach when I heard the news. I can't really believe that passed because it's unconstitutional on a couple different levels, and it just doesn't work for me. I mean, there's no way that you can force everybody to purchase something. And I mean, if I've chosen in the last 5 years not to have it, and it's actually worked out quite well. I've been healthier and healthier the more I get away from the medical system anyway, but that's a whole nother subject. The reason why I canceled my insurance was because I was paying $100 and some dollars a month, $150 a month or something, which is actually pretty cheap, I'm told, and I thought it was a ripoff because they covered one thing and then a couple years later they didn't cover what I needed them to cover, so I just canceled them. So I mean, I was paying the insurance and the doctor bills, so why pay both? So here's why I feel that it's unconstitutional. Amendment 5 of the Constitution says, no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, which on an off note here, if a cop ever asks you financial questions, that doesn't only violate the Fourth Amendment, but that violates this Fifth Amendment right here. Okay? So in order for them to even require to ask financial questions, they need an indictment by a grand jury. That means the grand juror has to be the one asking you the questions. Okay? Okay, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. So I in order to get that fully in my mind, I need to look up their definition for public, or for private property. I don't know if that just excludes land only. That to me that means private property, like a computer, a car, a home, or money after you've earned it. That's private property. You can't just take someone's private property. Okay? That was Amendment 5. Amendment 13, Section 1, neither slavery nor individual servitude except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. It is illegal to force people to do something. If someone chooses that they can't have insurance because they can't afford it, that's their choice. Okay? Now, if they get sick and someone else has to take care of that, well, you know what? I don't have an answer for everything. That does happen. But the thing is I lived up in Greeley, Colorado, and illegal immigrants can come across the border. And you know, nothing against them necessarily, but they're allowed to come across the border and then use all of our tax advantages, and then some of them never even pay taxes. I mean, some of them do, but some of them don't. Most of them don't actually, because anymore it's getting more and more strict, and the companies take the taxes out right off the front end. So if you're forcing me to go and earn money and then take it from me to pay for people that are too poor to be insured, a lot of people just play the game anyway. I mean, I could easily just play the game and just say I'm too poor, which is pretty much the truth anyway. So I don't know how that's all going to work out. That so far people have been like, oh well, don't you want free health insurance, Luke? No, you don't get the big picture. They're forcing you to they're taking money, and then they're saying, oh well, it's we're not forcing you, we're just penalizing you if you don't pay. If you don't pay, you're going to get fined, and then if you don't pay the fine, you're going to go to jail. So how is that not forcing you, and how is that not involuntary servitude? You tell me.